Today I'll show you how to build a timber stud partition wall and divide a room into two. First, I take measurements from both sides. In this case, I'm measuring from the parallel wall to make sure both sides match. Then I run a laser between the two marks. This becomes the exact line where the partition will go. After that, I mark along the laser line with a pencil. This is important because if the laser moves, I still have my reference points. As I measured the door opening earlier, now I mark the floor where the door will be. I recommend making the opening around 20 millimeters wider to give yourself some room to adjust. Once the door frame is installed, you can use fire-rated foam to fill the gaps. Next, I measure and fix the top track. Always check your studs before cutting. Make sure they are not twisted. For the top track, I use 5 by 90 millimeter screws, fixing roughly every 400 millimeters with 2 screws per fixing point. Then I move to the bottom track. Here I have a concrete floor, so I use 7 millimeter raw plugs and pre-drill with a hammer drill. I fix one screw first to hold it in place, then drill the rest of the holes. After that, I remove the screw, insert all the plugs, and fix everything properly. Next, I measure, cut, and fix the side studs the same way as the top and bottom tracks. Again, I check if the studs are twisted. If they are not good enough, I either use them for noggins later or don't use them at all. Be careful when buying studs. Always check them before you take them. In this case, the client supplied the materials, and some of the studs were not good, so I had to replace them to complete the wall properly. Once the side studs are fixed, I move on to forming the door opening. I use the laser on both sides of the studs to make sure everything is perfectly straight. Then I fix the horizontal piece to form the door frame. After that, I mark every 400 millimeters for the studs. This works with standard plasterboard sizes, which are 1,200 millimeters wide, so you always land on a stud when joining boards. Once all studs are marked, I also mark 1,200 millimeters from the floor. This is where I install the noggins. They help prevent twisting and make the wall stronger. I personally use a vertical laser when fixing noggins, so I can clearly see that everything is straight. Each noggin is fixed with 4 screws per side, 2 from each direction. Because I'm using 2,400 by 1,200 plasterboards, and the wall height is around 2,600 millimeters, I also add an extra row of noggins at 2,400. This supports the board joint and helps prevent cracks in the future. I hope this helps anyone looking to divide a room, add a wall, or create an extra space at home.